Next in, Podesta gets bad legal news. It's happening. A new legal development promises to expose the inside scoop on one top Democrat supporters' business associations with a pro-Putin Russian group. Conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch has sued the Department of State for the records of the Podesta Group, whose chairman, Tony Podesta, resigned in light of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. The group announced yesterday that it filed a Freedom of Information Act FOIA lawsuit against the U.S. Department of State for all records about the Podesta Group as well as the European Center for a Modern Ukraine. Both of these groups have connections to the recent indictment of Paul Manafort by special counsel Robert Mueller. The lawsuit emerged after the State Department failed to respond to an earlier FOIA request on September 13th of 2017. Various records show as the communications between employees of the State Department as well as those of the Podesta Group were requested but not provided. Mueller's special counsel operations seem more interested in the alleged foreign ties of the Trump team rather than Hillary Clinton's associates. Instead, stated Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton, Judicial Watch aims to figure out the truth of what exactly the Podesta Group was doing with the Obama State Department. Podesta has been tied to the Clintons and Paul Manafort is tied to the Trump team. We want to know if there was any disparate treatment of Team Trump versus Team Clinton by Robert Mueller, whose investigation is suspicious given its partisan nature, added Mr. Fitton. From Judicial Watch is suing the State Department to find out the truth about what the Podesta Group was up to with the Obama State Department. Let's take a quick listen, and I agree. And if it wasn't for Tom Fitton here, I mean, really?
Hi, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton here with breaking news about a new Judicial Watch lawsuit against the State Department for records about the Podesta Group. You may recall the Podesta Group has been tied to Paul Manafort, who was indicted by Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation. Yet Podesta has been tied to the Clintons, and of course Paul Manafort is tied to the Trump team. We want to know if there was any disparate treatment of Team Trump versus Team Clinton by Robert Mueller, whose investigation is suspicious given its partisan nature. Judicial Watch is suing the State Department to find out the truth about what the Podesta Group was up to with the Obama State Department.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if it wasn't for him, where's our legal system? The Podesta Group had a strong lobbying presence in Washington, D.C. before the scandal. The Podesta Group is run by brothers Tony and John Podesta, the latter of which was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager in the 2016 presidential election. John Podesta was also victim to a hack that saw thousands of his emails distributed by WikiLeaks. Robert Mueller's investigation has been looking into the group as it may have violated the Foreign Agents Registration Act FARA for not disclosing the work it did on behalf of a Ukrainian-based think tank whose policies were undoubtedly pro-Putin, according to the Washington Examiner. The entanglement with the special counsel's investigation has damaged the firm's reputation to such an extent that it's now on the verge of shutting down. CNN reported that Podesta Group's chief executive, Kimberly Fritz, said that the firm would cease to exist at the end of the year and that employees were asked to clear out their desks, possibly not getting paid beyond November 15th. Once considered the largest non-law-abiding organization on Capitol Hill, the nigh 30-year-old company saw many of its top lobbyists leave to other positions, with Ms. Fritz herself announcing that she was leaving. Tony Podesta has donated extensively to the Clinton campaign as well as the Democrat Party. In July of 2016, he raised $268,000 for the Clinton campaign as well as donated $34,000 to the Hillary Victory Fund. Mr. Podesta donated $33,400 to the DNC last year. hopefully Judicial Watch will succeed in finding out just how supposedly impartial Mueller's investigation has really been, along with any wrongdoings this Clinton supporter may have committed. I mean, this is what's shocking. You mean to tell me, like, Judicial Watch has to investigate this? Where are our lawmakers itself in government? Why was why was Manafort indicted, and yet these people, the Podestas, are allowed to go on willy-nilly and try to clear their tracks, and Mueller is allowing this? I mean, you can see that Mueller is corrupt, and he is giving impartial treatment to them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.